that we're going to have on stage is someone who's been in the space for, I think, about 7 years. She kind of helps companies scale from a smaller size to the massive size in the space of Web3. And her name is as going as it can get, Simran and Alphonso. Please, guys, clap it out, make some noise.
Can you guys hear me? Okay, awesome. I think that picture of mine was only meant for Twitter. It's not for professional use, but...
You know, I think also as a journalist, this shows that the kind of traveling that she does and the kind of fun that she's having in life. Great, yeah.
Crazy. So this place was filled up a few days ago, and right now I think this is most of us. I know most of you guys, and I think it's crazy that you guys have actually lasted so long. Congratulations on that. My talk for today is going to be about communicating, tech specifically. You guys already got my introduction, but I'll again give it a try. I'm Simran. I used to be a journalist in this space. I have been working with a lot of companies building here, especially the ones contributing to Web 3.0. Companies like Binance, companies like AMB Crypto, Uber as a matter of fact, and now I'm working with Bitget, which is basically a decentralized derivatives exchange. We also have a wallet which is decentralized. Our exchange is centralized as how it usually is. Today I'm here to just give a talk about communicating in tech. People here are building in the Web 3.0 space, and it's amazing. Like, you guys are doing wonders. You're the next, Steve Jobs, next CZ, next, all the people that are famous in the space right now. To start with, I'm just gonna get to it. I'm just a little confused because I can see everyone all over the place. So 3 pillars of what comes after once you are done building from 0 to 1. Your core, your execution, and your visibility are the 3 pointers that are extremely important once you're done building. When we talk about core, your core is who you are as a company, what represents you, what you talk about, what you definitely, symbolize. Now, a lot of companies here in our space, they introduce themselves as we are a layer 2 blockchain, we're a layer 1 blockchain, we're doing this, we are a decentralized wallet, we do this, that. So it's a lot of technical jargons that a lot of people in the space or outside the space are also not even very used to. How do you tackle that? When you know who you are as a brand in your core, you'll be able to speak it out better. You'll be able to present yourself better. So when we talk about knowing who you are as a core, it's mostly around how you want to talk about yourself. Are you one of the upcoming projects? Are you going to be Polygon? Are you going to be OpenSea? Are you going to be Nucleify? Any of these companies, it basically depends on what your core is. Next comes execution. Execution is literally the most important part about your company. 1% is your vision, 99% is execution. When it comes to execution, it's very important to understand where your network relies. What kind of people you want to talk to, what kind of connections you're reaching out for. These things are the most important part about it. So, execution-wise, if you guys ever need any help, there are so many people out in the crypto space, in the Web 3.0 space, who need help, who are ready to provide support that you all need. Go out, reach out to them, execute whatsoever is necessary, get shit done. Third comes visibility. People nowadays are talking a lot about onboarding the next 1 billion users into the crypto space. But how are you going to target 1 billion users? How are you going to get 1 billion? That's as much as Facebook right now has. That's as big as Facebook. So to get that kind of audience, you need that kind of visibility, and you need a product that can cut things down for normal people, for the 1 billion people to understand. When you talk about 1 billion people, there's so much of diversification. There's so many things, so many different types of markets, age groups, gender, caste, roles, so many things that you have to target. But you have to work according to that. So even when you're targeting to get the next 1 billion, you need to know what kind of visibility you're aiming for. Your product versus how you make people feel with it. Like I said, everybody's using technical jargons these days. We are decentralized, tamper-proof, we have low transaction fees, etc. But what exactly you want to make your audience feel is that they are an empowered community, that everybody has a say. It's a decentralized, autonomous organization. When you talk about tamper-proof, you want to tell people that we are safe, we are secure, you don't really have to trust us, we are trustless, but you can bank on us. Low transaction fees. When you talk about low transaction fees, you talk about gas, you talk about this, that. People are confused. You can just sell the affordability that your product actually initially offers. Then comes, do the unbanked want to be banked? I think this is a question that everybody's just going to be against. They're going to like, everybody needs to be banked, and even if they're unbanked, they need to get into DeFi, they need to get into the decentralized space and stuff like that. But once you try to bank the unbanked, there are lots of processes that fall in place. To start with, just registering your company, getting your product out, pushing out your MVP, etc. is not important. It is extremely important, but there's a step that comes after it for globalization, for adoption, which is basically how do you comply with regulations. There are so many countries in the world, and if you actually want to reach out to them, how do you actually participate, run dialogues with the governing bodies there, and get your things rolling? Awareness programs. If you are, participating in a particular country, for example, let's just take Africa. Africa is so crazy. It has so much of, it's an untapped virgin market, to be honest, and there's so much you can grasp in it. People that know about DeFi, people that know about crypto, they actually have so many blockchain projects there. But it's so difficult to converse with Africans. They initially don't understand what you're saying because there's language barrier. But again, they have the urge to learn and the urge to even build. So just bridging that gap of awareness, letting people know, communicating with them better is extremely important. Then comes corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility is CSR. What do you do as a brand to build yourself and people around you? If for example, Bitcoin has a lot of electricity consumption and people have a lot of problems around it. For example, Elon Musk, as a matter of fact, said that Dogecoin is better than Bitcoin because it has less electricity consumption. So even when you're doing, your normal tech things, Web 3.0 things, how exactly are you going to be responsible for people around you, for the mess you create, or for the things that you're doing? That's also something that you need to cover. And of course, like I said, dialogues with governing bodies. Then there are things beyond control. When it comes to communications, one of the most important parts are to not fall into PR crisis. As a company who's building this space, you're definitely going to see exploits, you're going to see rug pulls, you're going to see so many companies falling down even before they start from 1 to onwards. So how do you control a situation where you don't really have any control? What kind of PR crisis can happen to you? What kind of things y'all can do to avoid such situations? Earlier, I worked with a blockchain called Binance Smart Chain. It was a really good blockchain. It had 1,000+ projects. It was performing really well, but it had a lot of rug pulls, a lot of exploits. And as a PR person, my job was to not let people get panicky about it, because it's a decentralized community. Everybody's going to build on top of each other, and you're not going to be responsible for what others are doing wrong for you. So how do you understand that? How do you work around that? What are the ways you can do to control your narrative? So get in touch with media publications. Know what region you guys are in, what journalists are performing well in that particular region. Talk to them, get to know them better. Tell about your company, tell about your story, tell about your founders. Be transparent. And that's exactly how you are going to get back that control of your company every now and then when you lose control. Overall, I just want to talk about Bitget now. We recently entered India. We are present in 40+ nations. We did a lot of work in terms of offering protection funds. We also doubled our workforces when Coinbase and Gemini and other exchanges were cutting off. We're doing pretty well, so we're hiring. If you guys want to ever check us out, do let me know if y'all want to ever talk to us about that as well. We also have a lot of football partnerships with Galatasaray, with Juventus, and more. Other than that, it's going to be a very, very short speech. I just wanted to, run you guys through this. There's Bitget, if you guys want to take a look and download it. There's me, my Twitter handle. Please feel free to add me. Thank you so much, guys.